Hey, sweetheart. Oh, look, we got smoke of some sort. What's that about?
Oh, Jesus.
More smoke? What is that?
I have no idea. Oh, Jesus.
No, they're just banging into one another. We just videotaped the police. Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Oh,
This is just...
rack.
This is just beautiful.
That's a slow down?
All that. We have had how many accidents? Not us personally, but how many accidents
That's
have we?
probably the sixth.
Six, at least six.
Yeah.
And every time we have not sustained 65 miles per hour
No.
ever since we left Pennsylvania at somewheres around 1 o'clock. Right? 1 o'clock? It was right around 1 o'clock, like 1:20.
Yeah.
And we got onto 495, black smoke, burned up shit. Okay, so it's day one in North Carolina. What we're doing now is we're going to go... Yeah, William's getting grapes. We're going to go set up our fuel account, and they're going to bring us a tank out so we can get fuel in these tractors, because once we get started, it's going to be hard to chase after fuel. So it's easier if we just get them to deliver a tank to us, and that's that, right? Well, right, Teresa?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. So that's our job. We're in the land of weird stuff, like corn, and I believe that's cotton. Is that cotton right there? It ain't beans, it's cotton.
Cotton.
That cotton, that's cotton.
It's cotton.
Cotton.
Cotton. Confirm it's cotton.
It's cotton. So we're in the land of cotton. Old times they are not forgotten. Those fertile fields are never far away. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We were walking in high cotton. Right? No?
Mm-hmm.
Don't care? Yeah, okay. That's it. We're just being goofy. Happy to be here. Anxious to get started. Wheat ain't ready. Wheat's not ready. It's close, but not yet.
It's not.
Better not be dead.
Did you see your nostril got big? It better not be big.
Freaking GoPros. Okay, it's day 5 here in North Carolina. We have had approximately 9 inches of rain. The corn that was dying of drought has decided it would repercolate. And if you don't know anything about, you know what? We should probably do this. I'm going to take these guys on a tour of what happens to tobacco when it gets wet. So this is cotton. Shine that out there, you see that? And I'm kind of gonna showcase some of these different crops that we have down here. Why won't this thing go?
Well, because you're not putting in on your...
That's what I thought. Anyway, so tobacco is really a weed that grows in extremely arid environments. So when it gets wet, and believe me, it gets wet, it doesn't do well. Did somebody do a test there?
I wonder whose wheat are this.
I don't know whose wheat that is, but I want it.
I want it too.
That's nice wheat. Show
That's
that
a
wheat.
nice
wheat.
one.
It's had 9 inches of rain on it, but it's beautiful. Oh, here's some more wheat.
Bet you it's the Lancasters.
I hope it is, because you know what? This is close to home and easy to deal with.
Yes, and I'm bailing that one, not Cody, me.
Well, I'm going to stack it. How's that sound? So anyway, enough of the happy horse shit. Tobacco cannot handle wet weather. It will die in wet weather. So they kind of hill it. And these are just things that I've learned by being down here. Here's tobacco.
Well, they don't look bad. This one.
No, these don't look bad, but when we get down to the wetlands...
Oh, here's some wilted ones. Little bit, not much.
No, not much here. Well, this is small tobacco. We'll get up on the flat here where there's actually some water, and then we'll take a look at it. That was from extreme dry. Now, that's some shitty tobacco.
Yeah, whoever did that.
Here's where it washed out. It had it all washed out down there. Like I said, they had 9 inches of... Well, there it is. There's water laying there. Tasseling. So the corn's a tasseling. We've had like some, I think I've already said this, but Miss Teresa has had 8 inches of rain, 9 inches of rain, possibly even 10 inches of rain. And I'm going to show you.
You show me?
I'm going to show you, not exactly just you, but I'm going to show you what too much water what happens when too much water hits tobacco? And there's a really good example of that down here.
This is their chicken house.
Yeah, that's the chicken houses, but we're not interested in the chicken houses because that's not what I'm gonna show you. So the farmer that's funny because the corn is actually rolling. That corn is curling right there. They've had 9 inches of rain. That corn looks really good. This corn is not so good. So there's something going on there. But last year we came down here and this is actually a road. So it goes nowhere, but it is actually a road. Last year this was all peppers, right? Peppers? Peppers and something else. No, not peppers.
No.
Some kind of cucumbers maybe? I don't know what it was. It was something like that. So I will get out and I will show you what normal looking tobacco looks like and what drowning tobacco looks like, and it's right here. So let me get out of my chariot. It's hot. It's hot for sure. Drainage ditch. Smells like fish. Normal tobacco. Looks good. Looks good. And then you get over here. Uh-oh. That's right. That's pigweed. So too much water. It looks like that. It's all wilted. My feet are sinking right in, but it is some wilted ass tobacco. And if you look down the rows, it looks bad. So, and there's 200 acres, he said, of this. His tobacco looks just like that, 200 acres. And should look like this. But they'll go through here with these weeds. You don't have to worry about the weeds because they'll come through with that plow or furrower and they'll just bloop, dig them right out. It looks like there's, yeah, all the morning glory right there. But this whole thing should look similar to these two plants right here. Similar, but it doesn't. It looks bad. Not good. So I promised I'd show you what it looks like. Too much water. And it is wet out there. You would not believe it. I just sunk in 2-3 inches in there.
Wow.
So anyway, I'll go down here and turn around. Bump. And that'll be that. I think Timothy was fishing down here. Right down here someplace there's a pond. I'm pretty sure there's a pond right here someplace.
I don't even know where the pond is. I know where the chicken is.
Alright, so that is actually, there's a little bit more footage that I have of North Carolina. But the problem is, I lost the main camera that I use. And there was probably 10 hours of footage on that one. And it's gone. There was footage of Lewis, there was footage of Danny, there was footage of everybody, you know. I mean, we were running, there was footage at night, there was footage in the day. At night, you can't really see anything other than lights and stuff, but there was a lot of stacking, a lot of bailing, a lot of all that stuff. And it's gone. And it's gone. And I would like to say, even though this tobacco looked terrible when I went and looked at it, by the time the trip was over, by the time we were done, you see, there's different, you can tell every farmer is not the same, okay? The farmers that farm that ground, that tobacco, they're pretty good farmers. They really are. And they were up that tobacco's ass after that. Like, they were up that tobacco's ass. They went out there and they ran that furrower, which I don't know what you would call it. A tobacco plow? They probably call it a tobacco plow. Correct me if you know the correct term for it, and I'm sure the farmer that owns that tobacco may be watching this. He pulled a gun on me. So, anyway, so I thought that was kind of funny. But he did. He pulled his 45 on me, and I was like, yeah, okay. You know, not a problem. I had one too, but mine wasn't quite as big as his, and we'd have both died, but it's okay. We weren't going to shoot one another. We'll leave that to the folks down there in Rocky Mount to do. They like to kill one another down there like there's no tomorrow. So anyway, yeah. They went through with that tobacco gizmo, and that tobacco turned right around. It turned right around. It went from what it looked like to 3 or 4 feet tall pretty quick. And they topped it. I'm pretty sure they topped it before we left. They might have been just getting ready to top it. Now, I was down there the other day with the first load I picked up. And there was tobacco out there that needed to be topped 2 weeks ago. And it's beautiful tobacco, and they needed to prime it too. And I'm not a tobacco farmer, but I've learned a lot just being down there. And this tobacco was 5 feet tall, needed to be topped out, and the lower leaves needed to be picked off. So they needed to go through what they call a primer, a tobacco primer, which pulls the leaves off. You set the primer to a certain height, and then it'll pull the leaves off to that thing. From what I understand, I've seen a couple of them work vaguely, but and I thought they were cool as hell, but yeah. So anyway, I do have to go back down there again this week to pick up a wagon or even a stack wagon, and I might even take off today to do that. I don't know. It'll be an all night long kind of a drive with the stack wagon, but I'll do it. I don't care. Anyway, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and get ready for regular programming, because I mowed some hay yesterday. Me and Teresa did. She ran the deer, I ran the case, and we knocked a bunch out. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy what I do here, because if you don't, well, I'm sorry. You can move on to the next guy. If you do enjoy it, stick around, because there's always something different on this channel. I mean, different variations of the same thing is what I say. But got to tear the 7530 apart. That's coming. That's coming pretty quickly. I have to make that phone call today as well, because there's a bunch of parts that have to come in. The brakes went out on the 7530 on the left side, so I have to replace them. And I'm not just going to do the left side so the right side can fail next month. It's going to be done all at once, and I will be using the track jack, I hope. Track jack. Anyways, thanks for watching. Oh, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and a subscribe if you haven't done that already. It helps the channel, trust me, it does. Thumbs down if you want, I don't care.